everyone, I'm Diana Palm of DianaPalm.com, and today we're going to discuss animal messengers, totems, and spirit guides. I'm also going to share a fantastic resource for finding the spiritual meaning behind the specific animals that are visiting you. Have you had strange, unexpected visits from animals or been repeatedly visited by the same type of animal over and over and wondered if it meant something? The animal kingdom is part of nature and is closely tied to spirit and the energy that moves through all living things. When an animal pops up at a significant time in our lives, they serve as more of messengers for us. When my grandma was getting ready to pass and she was being moved to hospice, I was talking to one of my other family members on the phone, and a hummingbird came out of nowhere and hovered in front of me while I was talking, and it didn't move away. The entire conversation carried on with the hummingbird still staring at me. And when we had finished talking about my grandmother, that's when it finally turned and flew away from us. So it was not a surprise that after my grandmother passed, that every time I felt her presence, a hummingbird would come. And it's as if the hummingbird now represents my grandmother. So many times animals can become messengers to us to represent our loved one in spirit and let us know when they're around visiting us. The hummingbird is not my grandmother's spirit, but it does represent her. Usually the animal messengers that represent our loved ones are a specific type of animal or insect or bird that the loved one favored. So if somebody really loved red cardinals, it's really common that after they pass, red cardinals will be seen everywhere when they're around visiting you in spirit. When you experience repeat visits from a certain type of animal that is not tied to a loved one, there is often some sort of spiritual energy that's trying to emerge within your life. Let's say that you wake up one morning from a dream that you're having about a deer. And then on your way to work, a deer crosses the road or is standing on the side of the road watching your car drive by. And then later on, within a day or two, a friend gives you a book that has a deer on the front cover. A deer would be a significant messenger for you in this way, but it would actually be probably more like a totem for you. Now, a totem animal is an animal that participates with the energy in your life when you're exploring different spiritual energy. When you're evolving or when you're growing, you'll have new animals step into your path and make themselves known to you. So if you feel like deer is one of your totems, you could literally look up the spiritual meaning of deer and see what it embodies spiritually. What does it actually mean when deer crosses your path? And when it's showing up repeatedly, this is an indication that this is actually more of a message for you, that this is a new totem. This energy represents a shift in your life and something that you're going through, and the deer is offering you support and recognition of the new spiritual path that you're on. It's most likely that your totem animal will stay with you for a long period of time. I've had totem animals with me for 15, 20 years before a new one introduces itself and kind of takes over for the next decade or two. So when you have a totem animal, it's going to be something that you closely resonate with in terms of the spiritual energy that it represents. When you have a lifelong totem, that would probably be more like a spirit guide, because the qualities of this animal that are with you, that have chosen to be with you, are really staying with you throughout your life. Now, this would be common for people that just have an infinite love of a specific animal. They may even have it tattooed on their body. They may have pictures of it all around their house or statues, or they may have some of those animals as pets that they care for. They may even become involved in saving them if they're endangered species or a breed that's becoming extinct. When an animal serves as a spirit guide, it is actually sharing the same life purpose and life path as you. You will continue to see the animal everywhere. You will feel inexplicably drawn to the animal, and you will resonate with the animal's meaning and purpose. To increase your ability to connect with animal messengers, totems, and spirit guides, I advise spending some time in nature. When you're more in the flow, it makes it really easy for your animal messengers, totems, and spirit guides to make contact with you and offer messages and guidance. As you begin to notice the animals that you're surrounded by repeatedly and the ones that are making a special attempt to get your attention, make sure to jot those down. And then I'm going to share right here a fabulous website that I found that I love to look up when I've got a new totem showing up, a new spirit guide, or a new messenger. And it's called spiritanimal.info. When you look them up, you can actually click on the particular animal and find out all about its meaning and what it represents to us. I hope you enjoy the animal messages, totems, and spirit guides as much as I do. If you've been visited by an animal and feel that it had a special message for you, I would love to hear all about it. Write that down below in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe if you enjoy learning more and more about the spirit world. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day.